Good morning, guys. So, this is something I've been waiting for a while, and I'm excited it's finally here. I got the new Nomad palette gifted to me, and I'm so excited to get into this. So, stick around, guys. I'll be back. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. I'm gonna put some of my Sun Touchable Low Glow on and let it soak in while I'm doing my eye look. But oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited for this palette. Have been I have been waiting for it to arrive in the mail since last Monday, because this will go up I think Wednesday. So last Monday is when it got sent out. So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And like, I got home from work. Today is Sunday the 28th. So I got home from work yesterday and I was like, oh, it'll be here. It'll be here. And when I got home, it wasn't here. And then my son wanted me to take him somewhere, and a friend asked me to go out to dinner. So as I was leaving to go to dinner, the package was on my chair on my front porch. And I was like, dang it, it had to come when I'm getting ready to leave. Shoot, I was hoping it would have been here when I got home so I could have like filmed with it a little bit. But anyway, so this is the new Nomad palette, and it is Pacific Northwest. If you have been on my channel for a while, know anything about me, you know, I live in the Pacific Northwest. And I do vlogs every week. Me and Tish go out. My friend Tish, in case you don't know who she is, if you know who she is, you know who she is. Anyways, Tish and I go out hiking every week. We use an app called All Trails, and we've been doing this for a while. We use an app called All Trails, and we look for different hiking trails to go on every week and kind of explore around Washington State specifically. The Pacific Northwest includes Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon. When I'm looking at this palette, I see more Oregon in it than Washington. So fingers crossed that they'll do a part 2 and include more of Washington State, because there is so much here to see. So much here. Definitely Twilight vibes, especially this time of year. So anyways, it comes with this card right here. Is that not stunning? And then there's the back, and I'll read that in a minute. Here's the front of the box. And this, like it's the Oregon coast. It's the Oregon coast, because and I love Oregon. Seaside, Cannon Beach. I've been to Devil's Punch Bowl. Like, I love the Oregon coast. It is absolutely beautiful. And when you drive down the 101, this is exactly what you see. You'll see the sea stacks, the rocks that are off the coast. The most popular sea stack is Haystack Rock, which is in Cannon Beach, and that's because of the movie The Goonies. And if you've ever seen Goonies, you know what I'm talking about. Haystack Rock. I've been there many a times. I love Cannon Beach. And then this is the front of the palette. It's like a painting. And everybody's been talking about how it's kind of like the Fuji 5 Lakes cover, how it's how it feels, like the texture, like it's a canvas, a painting on a canvas, and it's just absolutely stunning. It looks kind of like the front of the box, except for it has more color to it. You see what I'm saying? I love it so much. Oh, it's so exciting. All right, let's read this. Let me get my glasses so I can make sure and read this properly. All right, I have got my glasses. Moss, Mist, and Magic Wonder. Breathe in the cool pine air as we wander through rain-soaked trails, misty coasts, and majestic mountains. We hope this color story inspires you to create rich and radiant PNW looks. Thanks for joining us off the beaten path, Felicia and Auntie, Nomad co-founders. New Pacific Northwest Color and Chrome Palette. Destination, peaks, pines, and coastal beauty. High above the canopy, the Pacific Northwest stretches in every direction. A breathtaking mix of green valleys, foggy shores, and roaring rivers. Amid mossy trees and glacier-capped ranges, it is rich with awe and wonder. A place where wildlife roams freely, waterfalls cascade like spells, and myths are real. Just ask the Sasquatch. Palette. Earth's grandeur. Like a painting brought to life, the textured canvas palette cover captures the Pacific Northwest's soaring peaks, misty forests, and rugged coasts. Inside, spectrum of nature-inspired hues unfold from verdant greens to cascading waterfall blues. 9 flourishing mattes, 3 sparkly shimmers, 4 dazzling duochromes, and 2 majestic multichromes. Cause. We are so proud to support Conservation Northwest that works to protect, connect, and restore wildlands and wildlife of the Pacific Northwest. Alrighty guys, so if you know anything about Nomad, they're a destination brand. So they create palettes based on places that they visited. And they always donate to a cause in the area that they go to. So the cause that they're donating to in the Pacific Northwest is Conservation Northwest, which is amazing that they do that. I'm so excited to get into this, you guys. I popped up pictures and stuff of the palette while I was reading, but I'll show you again. See if we can get, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And today is Sunday, so we played Thursday night for game day, but I can still wear my jersey to work today, so I'm gonna do, should I get into the greens or a little bit of the blues as well? So I really want to do the greens. I'm doing the greens. I'm doing the greens. I'm sorry. I always go towards the greens. I'll do, yeah, I think I'm gonna stick in this area right here. And then maybe tomorrow I'll use the blues a little bit. Ew, I'm so excited. I don't want to dip into it too much because I don't want to mess up the embossings. Oh, I need to prime my lids. Can't believe I almost forgot that. All right, so we're going into Pacific Crest. So if you know anything about Pacific Crest, the PCT, it's a, I don't want to say a trail. It's not like a trail, but a lot of people hike the PCT, the Pacific Crest Trail. And it goes from the California-Mexico border all the way up to the Washington-Canada border. I actually followed this guy on Instagram that just hiked the PCT not too long ago. And he was on the PCT for 4 months, I want to say, is what it took him to get from Mexico to Canada. It's always something that's like interested me ever since I saw, there's a movie with Reese Witherspoon called Wild. In that movie, she hikes the PCT and she ends at the Bridge of the Gods, which I thought the Bridge of the Gods was up at the Canada-Washington border, but it's actually the Washington-Oregon border where the Bridge of the Gods is. We actually, me, Tish, and my friend that I used to work with went hiking on Mount Rainier. What was the trail that we went to? I can't believe I can't remember the name of it. Tish, drop it down below. Natchez Trail up on Mount Rainier. Natchez Loop Trail. That's what it's called. I don't even know how we ended up there. It just kind of happened. Well, we parked in the parking lot and we started hiking. And there's a bridge that goes over the freeway. And when you, as soon as you get over that bridge, there's a sign right there. And it's the PCT, the little crest that you see on the PCT. And I got so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, I have always wanted to, you know, see parts of the PCT. So it was really neat to be there. So I took a selfie with the PCT sign. We weren't on it for like a super long time, but it was really cool to be able to say I hiked on the PCT. But if you've watched any of my vlogs, you kind of get the idea of what the Pacific Northwest is like. And Tish and I hike all the way into, I mean, weather pending, we can hike all the way into October. And then the weather kind of starts to get, you know, a little too chilly to go hiking. So we usually spring into like towards the end of the fall time, depending on the weather. If the weather is nice, we could probably hike all the way into November if we wanted to, really. But the winter time is our lazy season. This is a really pretty shade. I love taking pictures up here, especially of Mount Rainier. The mountains, the Cascades, the Olympics. We have Mount St. Helens, Mount Rainier, Mount Adams. Mount Hood is in Oregon, but you can see Mount Hood from different places up here in Washington. Like we went to High Rock Lookout and you can see Mount St. Helens, Mount Hood, Mount Adams, and Mount Rainier from the lookout. Me and Tish were actually supposed to go there a couple weeks ago. It was supposed to reopen, but it got delayed. So it's not reopening until November. And I don't know that hiking up there that time of year would, you know, be all that great. So we'll probably, well, not probably, we're going to have to wait till next hiking season to get back up there, which I'm super excited to see, like all the renovations and stuff that they did. I'm just going to blend this out a little bit. All right, now I think I'm going to go into, should I go into PNW or Olympic Mountains? I think I'm going to go into PNW. Such a pretty shade. A little bit of kick up in the pan. And then I'm just going to tap that on the outer V here. I'm trying not to mess up the embossment too much, so I'm like going around the edges of the shade. I've lived up here since I was 19 and I'm 52 now. When I was in high school, my senior year, my stepdad was working for McDonnell Douglas. And he got transferred from McDonnell Douglas to Boeing up here. So they moved up here to Washington, I want to say 2 weeks before I graduated high school. And I was like, I don't want to move like right before I graduate. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So my best friend at the time, I asked her if she would ask her mom if I could stay with them, because me and her were planning on moving to Hollywood. We were gonna get an apartment up in Hollywood, and at the time we were working at the McDonald's across the street from my high school, and we were gonna end up getting a job at the McDonald's up in Hollywood, which didn't end up happening, obviously. She got in a car accident and things just didn't work out. And so her mom and stepdad moved up to Pittsburgh, California from Anaheim. And because I was living in California at the time. So I stayed with them for till like the beginning of the following year, and things just weren't working out for me down there. So I ended up asking my mom and stepdad if they would come down and get me. And so they did. And I've been up here ever since. And I actually really love it up here. I mean, there's, you know, things about the weather sometimes that get kind of gloomy, you know what I mean? But it wouldn't be so green and beautiful if we didn't have the wet season. And it's not bad all the time. I mean, the only time it really gets when it's like raining every day for like a couple weeks straight. You know what I mean? Like you just need that break of a couple days of sun in between just to kind of reinvigorate you so you can get through, you know, the rainy season. You need a little break in the gloominess of it all and get a glimpse of a nice day. Although right now we've got a pretty big wildfire that's burning and people are getting evacuated. It's supposed to start raining, and it's supposed to rain for like, I don't know, a week, which we need it to help the firefighters get that fire under control. Because right now it's crazy to see some of the videos I've seen of this fire. It's just insane. We always have really bad wildfires this time of year. And it's up by Leavenworth in the Kashmir area, which is so sad. And then like my friend kind of lives over there, and she posted pictures of the fire that she could see from where she lives, which is insane. And she was telling people not to go to Leavenworth because it's really smoky up there right now because of the wildfires. There was one year, I can't remember how many years ago, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, there was a really bad wildfire when I went over to visit my dad. And it like the smoke rolled in so fast. It was like we were out doing stuff, and on the way back to my dad's house from, I think we went to the sunflower fields that day. But on the way back to my dad's house, the smoke just rolled in. It's like you could see it coming in. And by the time we got pretty close to my dad's house, like we were in the smoke. It was crazy. And then even here where I live, there was one year, there was really bad wildfires, like up in Canada and in Eastern Washington. And there was so much smoke in my area. And like, even I went out to my car one morning and there was, ash on my car, like insane. And then when I was at my dad's, there was a bunch of like ash on my car. All right, so we got that laid down. So now I think I'm going to go into, decisions. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe I'll go into Multnomah Falls. Multnomah Falls is in Oregon. And I have not been there yet, which is crazy that I have not made it down there. I always see it like in pictures and on Instagram videos, people going down there. It's definitely like I need to go there. I need to go there so bad. It's one of my like not bucket list items, but kind of like I really want to go see Multnomah Falls, because it's just like when you see it, you just understand. I'll try and post a picture of Multnomah Falls right over here. And me and Tish have gone to quite a few waterfalls this summer. So I think definitely I want to make my way down to Multnomah next hiking season for sure. I'm not exactly sure how far it is. I know Portland's like 3 hours, but I'm pretty sure that we could do a day trip down to Multnomah Falls and then come back up, or I don't know, even maybe go down there and get a hotel and hang out down in Oregon for a night and just kind of go and check out a couple things, because I love Oregon so much. All right, I got that laid down. That's a pretty shade. That is a really pretty shade. All right, now should I use Ecotopia or Cascadia? I think I'm going to use Ecotopia, which just has the like, I'm not exactly sure what Ecotopia is. I'm going to have to maybe look that up. The meaning of Ecotopia. Like echo, would that be like the ecosystem, or like maybe it has something to do with the I don't know. I'm not gonna guess. I don't want to look like an idiot. Oh my gosh, that shade is beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I am trying so hard not to mess up the embossments in the shades. I think I'm doing okay. Well, this one not so much. Is not surviving all that great. Oh my gosh, that's stunning. Just stunning. All right, that's what we've got going on right now. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm going to take a little bit more of Multnomah Falls and just kind of blend it in with that Ecotopia. Okay, now I think I'm going to take Sasquatch Sighting. My friend is huge into Sasquatch. He has like Sasquatch on the side of his Jeep. And then he's got, like when you have a Jeep, you get ducked. He's got all these like ducks on in his Jeep on the dash. And then he's got like a little Sasquatch in the corner that has a couple little yellow ducks. Oh, that worked out really well. All right, I got the liner on. So I'm going to go off. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back and show you the final look. But so far, aces, guys, aces. All right, guys, I'm back, and the look is done. So let's see. I got Pacific Crest right here in the crease there. I used PNW for the outer V and put a little bit in the crease as well. I used Multnomah Falls, which is right here, kind of like in the middle there. And then I used Ecotopia right here. I have that on the inner part. And then I used Cascadia right here on the very inner corner. If I can, when I get home, I will swatch the shades and insert them in here so that you can see what they look like. But I love this palette so much. I mean, look at that. Just look at it, you guys. Yeah, this captures the Pacific Northwest a lot. You know what I mean? I can also see other options for the area up here, but yeah, I just love it so much, and I'm excited to have it. And thank you, Nomad, so much for gifting this palette to me, because like, if there was any palette anywhere that I would want, like more than anything, would be this one. You know, like I love it up here. I really do. I love the weather. Even though the winter can be kind of rough. Like, once spring and summer and fall are here, like, it makes it all worth it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and when the mountain's out, like, they have a shade in here. Mountains are out. And, like, that's this shade right here. Mountains are out. Like, if you live up here, you know what that means. Like, anytime you can see the mountains, it's a good day. But anyways, what do you guys think of the look? I think it's really pretty. I love this palette. Thank you, Nomad, so much. Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening. Whatever time of day it is that you're watching this, take care, stay safe. I hope you all have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is. And hopefully I'll see you all in my next video. Pick it up. Nene 10 saves 10%. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.